Look, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. I don't like Supreme. I don't like Premium. But he lived the way he actually projected himself. His lifestyle is consistent.
He was true to it.
He never ratted on nobody. Just like that.
I currently have 40 shows across 12 different networks. 10 of them are going towards air. 2 films this year. I did Moses is the Black. I produced that. I played Balrog in Street Fighter. I have a UK-based television show, Fightland. It's coming to Stars. It's currently filming. I have a Fox Nation, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer, streaming now. In November, I have the origin story starting here in New York City. Power and Force will be back on the air November 7th. I also have a show, Hip Hop Cop, going to Hulu. But Anthony Hemingway and Kevin, I don't want to mess up his last name. I'm not even going to say his last name. But Kevin knows that I know. I really, really enjoy looking at attractive women. Like, I want to see every version of an attractive woman. You know, high, short, tall, long, skinny, big girl, small girl, all pretty stuff. I could do that all day. I could just sit and look. That shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I don't want them to come too close to me. Don't come to me. Just stay over there where you at with your pretty ass, because you're probably crazy as a motherfucker and you'll fuck up everything.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
But that's why. It's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing, bro.
What was the original annoyance between, it was just like,
well, when you start to get the momentum, he's like, yo, we gotta hang out. Yo, when we going? I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say?
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree.
But I remember it was just me and Diddy there. And it was Yayo and a bunch of dudes from Queens sitting there, and it was 50. And Puff was like, yo, I'm just gonna walk up on him and punch him in his face.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Puff said he's gonna walk up on 50 Cent and punch him in the face.
Yeah, he said, I'm just gonna punch him in the face. And I said, yo, what are you talking about? He said, yo, ain't that your man? Ain't that your man? He said, man, go talk to your man. I said, yo, hold up, B, because he knew me and Yayo was tight. So I try to talk some sense in Puff head, because, you know, the other people that was around is just crash dummies. Whatever Puff say do, they do. Me, I'm thinking about the repercussions. So I said, no matter how tight me and Yayo is, you punch his man in the face, all of them niggas is getting up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just me and him. So I said, yo, B, you can't do that, man. I said, yo, it's just me and you here. He said, what, you scared? You scared? I said, nah, I ain't scared. I said, I'm just telling you, like, that don't make no sense.
Did you see the elevator? You saw the elevator. Oh, yeah. Oh, but I think Dre might got Mayweather a little bit. He might got Mayweather because he did move to the side. Like when she spit,
yeah.
He did move to the side. Like, he just slipping and dodging all kind of little blows there. But, you know, he did the right thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Would you have done the same thing?
Nah, but I would probably, under those circumstances, you know.
You can't see.
50, she's so small. Stop it. She's so small. You could have just...
Nah, I would have did it once or twice. Chill.
No, you wouldn't. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
He would do a lot of foul shit. Like behind the scenes, he would do some foul shit. Like hating on, like doing things with people I'd done business with that he done business with. He would say shit that I was like, he said that to you?
Right.
I was like, yeah, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and niggas don't know what they like till they see somebody with it. So they want the girls after you're done with them and shit.
Yeah. Leftovers.
Yeah.
You take your leftovers. A lot of niggas have more leftovers.
50 Cent has been working on this documentary for almost 2 years. The footage he has is insane. The people he got speaking about Diddy is ridiculous. And on top of that, there's an Instagram post. He goes and does the interview about Diddy's documentary on ABC. And they say the reason why he did it on ABC is because ABC news station is one of only few stations they're allowed to watch in prison.
Just scrolling.
I love looking, I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We were talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
For months, the internet was convinced Jay-Z was finished. People were talking about leaked footage, secret parties, documentaries, and even sentencing. And when 50 Cent started posting, liking comments, and teasing something big, it felt like the walls were closing in. Everyone thought this was finally it. But once you follow the timeline, read the court filings, and separate facts from noise, the entire story flips on its head. Because what actually happened wasn't what social media told you at all. On December 8th, 2024, a civil lawsuit dropped that instantly sent shockwaves through the culture. Jay-Z was named as a defendant in a sexual offense case tied to an incident allegedly dating back to the year 2000. The plaintiff, identified only as Jane Doe, claimed she was just 13 years old at the time. According to her complaint, the incident happened after the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. The case was filed under New York's Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act, a law that briefly reopened the door for older claims. Headlines exploded overnight. Jay-Z's name was everywhere, and the internet did what it always does, assumed guilt before facts. But behind the scenes, his legal team was already dismantling the case piece by piece. And it didn't take long, because almost immediately the story started falling apart. As investigators started digging, inconsistencies piled up fast. Jane Doe claimed she escaped and called her father from a gas station, saying he drove hours to pick her up. But when authorities spoke to her father, he said he had no memory of anything like that ever happening. Then there was the after party. She described a private residence. But event records and photos showed the official after parties that night were held at public clubs like Twirl and Lotus. The timeline didn't match. The locations didn't match. And then came another problem. Jane Doe said she spoke with Benji Madden from Good Charlotte at the event. Only issue? The band was on tour in the Midwest that night. They weren't even in New York. Eventually, she admitted in interviews that some details weren't clear. She blamed trauma and the passage of time, but the damage was already done. And then, quietly, everything stopped. On February 14th, 2025, Jane Doe's legal team filed a notice of voluntary dismissal with prejudice. That phrase matters. It meant the case was permanently over. No refiling, no settlement, no payout. Jay-Z didn't pay a dime. There was no admission of wrongdoing. No criminal charges were ever filed. Jay-Z released a statement saying he felt relieved, but furious about what his family had been put through. The internet barely slowed down, because while the case was dead in court, something else was just getting started. Jay-Z wasn't done, not even close. Instead of taking the win and disappearing, Jay-Z went full attack mode. He accused the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Busby, of running a shakedown operation. According to Jay-Z's filings, Busby sent demand letters threatening public litigation unless Jay-Z agreed to mediation and a settlement. His team called it extortion. They claimed Busby knowingly pushed false accusations for money. Jay-Z sued in California for defamation and emotional distress. Another case was filed in Alabama, targeting both the accuser and her legal team. The most explosive piece of evidence? A recorded conversation where Jane Doe allegedly admitted she was pushed to name Jay-Z because it meant a bigger payout. But then came the legal twist. Busby filed an anti-slap motion, a law designed to protect free speech and shut down lawsuits early. In July 2025, a judge dismissed Jay-Z's California case, ruling that pre-litigation demand letters weren't extortion under the law. Even the judge admitted the outcome felt uncomfortable, but legally, Busby won that round. Jay-Z immediately appealed, and while all this played out in courtrooms, someone else was lighting fires online. While lawyers were filing motions, 50 Cent was doing what he does best, trolling with precision. In December 2024, right after the lawsuit went public, 50 posted an AI-generated video showing Jay-Z being arrested after an awards show. The caption, "I'm afraid for my life." The post went viral instantly. When Jay-Z showed up publicly with Beyoncé and their kids at the Mufasa premiere, 50 mocked that too. It felt personal. And it wasn't random, because this wasn't a new beef. This was a 20-year war resurfacing at the perfect moment. It started in 1999. 50 Cent was an up-and-comer when he dropped How to Rob, calling out nearly everyone in the industry, including Jay-Z. Jay-Z didn't stay quiet when 50 Cent first took shots. He responded. Bars were exchanged. Subtle jabs flew back and forth. And while neither of them ever turned it into a full-blown public war, the tension never fully disappeared. It just went underground. As the years passed, 50 Cent found himself aligned with Nas during the infamous Jay-Z versus Nas era. That beef defined early 2000s hip-hop, splitting the culture down the middle. Jay-Z and Nas eventually squashed things in a legendary moment on stage, but 50 Cent was never really part of that peace treaty. Even after the industry moved on, the friction between 50 Cent and Jay-Z stayed unresolved, simmering quietly in the background. Fast forward to the Super Bowl halftime show years later, and that old tension suddenly mattered again. According to multiple insiders, Eminem specifically demanded that 50 Cent be included in the performance. Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation, helps produce the halftime show, and reports suggested he wasn't exactly thrilled about the idea. Whether it was personal history or business concerns, the hesitation was noticeable. Eminem didn't budge. He reportedly made it clear he wasn't doing the show without his longtime collaborator. In the end, 50 Cent got the slot. That moment stuck with 50 Cent. In his mind, this wasn't just competitive rap energy anymore. This was business. When music beef bleeds into gatekeeping opportunities, it changes the tone entirely. To 50 Cent, it felt like lines had been crossed that never got addressed. So when Jay-Z's legal situation surfaced years later, 50 Cent saw an opening. In 2024, he announced a Netflix documentary series titled The Reckoning. From the outside, it looked like a standard true crime-style project. But online, 50 Cent played it differently. He teased exclusive content. He liked comments asking if Jay-Z was next. He posted cryptic images that sent blogs into overdrive. Every move felt calculated, like he was letting the internet connect dots he never officially confirmed. Then the timing raised even more eyebrows. The documentary dropped on December 2nd, just 2 days before Jay-Z's birthday. To many fans, that felt intentional, a subliminal message, a warning shot. The internet convinced itself that a bombshell was coming. But when the series actually aired, Jay-Z wasn't mentioned at all. No segments, no allegations, no hidden exposés. Later, 50 Cent explained why. There was nothing solid to work with, no real evidence, no credible accusers willing to go on record. And after watching Jay-Z aggressively fight back in court, filing countersuits, appealing rulings, and publicly challenging anyone who questioned his name, 50 Cent wasn't about to cross a legal line, because trolling is one thing, defamation is another. And despite months of online noise, speculation, and viral moments, Jay-Z's business empire never cracked. His partnership stayed intact, his investments stayed strong, the machine kept moving. In the end, the moment everyone thought would bring everything crashing down never actually came. Roc Nation's NFL partnership continued. No major brands walked away. His investments stayed solid. Beyoncé stood by him publicly. Their family appeared together. No cracks showed. By late 2025, the narrative shifted. The lawsuit became a footnote. The internet moved on, and Jay-Z walked away untouched. Jay-Z was never sentenced. There were no criminal charges. The lawsuit was dismissed permanently. What people thought was an exposé turned out to be a reminder of how fast narratives spread, and how rarely they actually hold up under scrutiny. One headline was enough to flip public opinion overnight. One viral post was enough to convince millions something had already been decided. 50 Cent stirred the pot. The internet ran wild, but facts won in the end. And the scariest part? If the case hadn't collapsed as quickly as it did, if Jay-Z hadn't had the resources to fight back, the story people believed might have become the story people remembered. That's how powerful perception really is. If you want more deep dives into hip-hop power plays, industry beefs, and the stories behind the headlines, make sure you subscribe. New videos drop every week, and trust me, some of these stories go way deeper than anyone realizes. How close perception came to becoming reality. See you next time with some more and interesting videos. Love you all, guys. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit like button. Press the bell icon button for such videos.